Okay, so top tips I'd say is content is king. That's the first one. Like making sure that your content is of a stellar example so that it shines through the masses of content that's already on social is really important. People want to see stuff that's fresh and inspiring, which leads to my next point, which is be different. No one wants to keep seeing the same shots or the same things recreated. It gets very, very tedious and very boring to look at, and it doesn't make you stand out from the crowd. So I'd say those two things. And then lastly, consistency is key. So making sure you're posting regularly. So I'd say once a day, 2 a day maximum, but making sure you've got that rhythm and people know when to expect your content as well. That's really important. So you kind of generate a sort of traction and it causes a snowball effect. So. Okay, Instagram has changed a lot. So I joined, I think it was January 2011. So I've been on it for a very long time. It's changed in multiple ways. I think firstly, when the platform first came around, it was more geared towards photography, and it was a photography-related platform. Now it's changed into sort of a platform where it's more about personality, and your personality and your social aspects plays a bigger part on that. So being able to mix the two is really important. So being able to be a personable person, but also creating amazing content. When you're matching the two, that's when I think you're winning. So Instagram is my main platform I use. I also have my website, which generates some traction as well. I used to use Tumblr, but I don't use it anymore. I don't know who does. 500 pics is also a great one. So I'm very conscious of what I'm looking at on Instagram because there's a definite style of photography that comes on Instagram. So I like to make sure I'm looking elsewhere. I also look at traditional photography books. I have a ton of books that I look through in different mediums and different styles. So yeah. So I think the big one for me is actually the physical shape of the Sony. So I shoot on the A7R III. I've also got the A9, and the way the bodies are, it means that I can take them anywhere I want. They're way more accessible, whereas before, when I was shooting on other devices or other systems, it would be more of a hassle to take my systems in certain places. Sometimes I'm climbing, sometimes I'm going into intense weather situations, but I know my gear's got to be covered and it's not killing my back. So I think that's, yeah, maybe. Oh, okay, so I would say the A9, and then I've also got the Zeiss 35mm 1.4. I think the 35 and the A9 pair really well. Mainly because the A9 is super capable of shooting nearly any situation, especially if I'm shooting street stuff. I know that I'm not going to miss a shot because of it. And then the 35, I think it's the right focal length that has a lot of variety. It's not a 50 where you feel sometimes a bit constrained, and it's not overly wide so that your pictures are a bit skewed or whatever. So I think that's best too.